hello, hello. I am here. Let us see. Good evening, everyone. Let's see. Looks like captions are in effect. And we do have quality options. Perfect. Everything's good to go then. Hello, love. Asher, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're both doing as well as can be, considering the day's events. Still searching for your bomb, but hopefully you'll be back soon. Okay, love. No rush. I hope you're able to find it. Hey, Mango. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. We can just hop right over to the full screen, I guess. Right into a bop. Now, what were we up to? Right, we're hoping to talk to Don Whitehorse again. You're making dinner and then gonna settle in and do some grinding on FF9? Nice. Nice, that sounds like a good way to detach for the evening, certainly. What is he currently using that's so much worse than this? He's already learned the things on this, so that's fine, but... Got 2 of those, I don't need that. Very meh. I'm sorry to hear that, Mango. But enjoying Phoenix Rising? Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. From the little bit that I've seen, it looks like quite a good game. If I recall, it had a really fun sense of humor from some of the scenes that I saw. I think our items, I'm pretty sure we sorted everything out at the start of last time. The banning of a certain individual on Twitter the next 12 hours also helps. Yeah, well, it's unfortunate he wasn't banned on Twitter long before any of this could have been incited, but, you know, better late than never. TJ, thank you so much for that subscription with Prime Gaming. I really appreciate that. Hi, you're just lurking? No worries. I appreciate the lurk. I appreciate the sub very much. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing all right, considering you know, everything that's going on today. I hope you and Pez are safe.
I never would have thought Raven was a member of Altosk.
It looked like he and the Don were close. The old man probably has a pretty important job.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but he's probably one of Altosk's top officers. The fact that he can leave town on guild business shows the Don trusts him.
That old man. You can't judge a book by its cover, Rita.
Fishier and fishier.
Oh, right, because we found out last time that Raven was in the like the strong or the most powerful guild here in the guild city. Okay. already talked to all these people, I think, unless they say new things. No, I don't think so. I think that's what they said before. Only reason we managed to get out of that mess with minimum losses is our union's leadership. And the fact that we fixed the Blastia Corps, but, you know, let that pass. Never actually fought monsters before, they're terrible. My hands are still shaking. Okay. Yeah, that's just what we were told last time. This goes to the prison, we don't need to go there. I don't think I need to talk to either of you. Just go right in here.
So you've come back, have you?
Yuri.
Oh, Flynn's here.
What? You two know each other?
Yes, we're old friends.
You don't say.
I see you know Yuri as well.
We crossed paths during the assault on the city. Now then, what business did you have?
We came to ask you about a man named Barbos of the Blood Alliance. It looks like he's the one behind the recent string of stolen Blastia cores.
I see. So Barbos is tied up in your problem as well.
Oh.
You have a problem with him too?
We have come to ask that the Union relinquish all ties with the Blood Alliance.
That's a bit of a hefty request.
Other guilds have begun to follow Barbos' example, abusing Blastia in other areas and disrupting the order of society. If we can count on your assistance, I feel that together we should move to put an end to the Blood Alliance.
Barbos? He's been testing the limits of my patience lately. Looks like it's time to remind that brute how a proper guild behaves.
A clash between the guilds and the Empire was avoided the other day, largely due to your intervention. However, if Barbos is left unattended, the relations between our two states may yet again be torn apart.
And that's not going to be fun for anybody.
The time for stopping Barbos is now.
Since we'll be cooperating with you, I assume we'll be on equal standing with the Empire in this.
Yes, sir.
If that's the case, a united front with the Empire might not be such a bad idea.
Then...
Mango, thank you so much for resubscribing for a second month. I really appreciate that.
Nice bird.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoy your Ducey emote and the pending other emotes that I always mention but still have yet to make. They are coming. They are coming. Do I not? Is my chat frozen or do I not have... Do my subs not show up in chat? TJ showed up in chat. Oh no. That one showed up in chat. My chat on OBS is frozen. One sec. Looks like I missed some messages here too. Sorry about that. Let me hop over to here. You live in Texas. Can you imagine how it is here right now, Asher? Oh yeah, I bet. That's yeah, it's probably not great. Is Texas one of the places where people have gone into your state buildings there too? Probably not, because they wouldn't necessarily feel the need to do that in Texas. But I know a lot of states, there's people in the state buildings as well, similar to the incursion at the Capitol. Tonight's AEW, so you're muted, but hi everyone. Okay, no worries, TJ. I hope you enjoy the matches. Not that you can hear that because you're muted, but throw that in chat for you. Yeah, I'm very safe, Mango, as I'm only in Canada, so we're fine up here. But I hope everyone in the States is doing all right. It's Crazy. You do love Deuces Hacking much? I appreciate hearing that, Mango. I love that people enjoy that emote. Not so much, but there are persons who are doing some stuff. Sure. Sure. Stuff is happening there, Tetris. Oh gosh. Please stay safe. Both you and your partner.
Yeah. We'll deal with this together. Hey, send a message to Bellius. Tell Bellius that Nordopolica's gonna help us.
Man, this is serious.
I have brought a letter from His Highness, Yoder.
A secret note from the Imperial candidate, huh?
It should be a pretty good one. Oh, great. It's wonderful.
Read it aloud.
If Don Whitehorse is taken out of the picture, we are willing to overlook the Union's responsibility in the Barbos affair.
What?
Don't make me laugh.
What? What is this?
Looks like you and the young master see things a bit differently.
Or someone's been framed.
There must be some mistake. Master Yoder would never say such a thing.
Show our guest here to his own private suite.
Don Whitehorse, please listen to me. This is some sort of trap.
Flynn! Why would you...
Hang on. If we screw up, it'll only make things worse for Flynn.
All-out war with the Empire. We'll take everything we've got and march on the Imperial capital.
That seems like an overreaction to what was in that letter.
Try and make a fool out of me, and I'll tear these little messengers limb from limb.
This is bad.
A little bit, Carol.
And it looks like he's forgotten all about talking with us.
I don't think that Don's in much of a talking mood right now.
I have to return to the Empire and find out what's really going on.
I said hang on. We should sit still for now and see what happens.
I suppose you're right.
Raven left the party.
I cannot believe that Yoder would give a letter like that to Flynn. There must be some mistake.
We've met His Highness too, and he certainly didn't seem like that kind of person.
But you heard the letter. It said to take Don Whitehorse out of the picture.
So maybe it was sent by someone who wants to throw a wrench into what Yoder and Flynn are doing.
But that's nothing more than a hunch right now.
Yeah, you're right. The only thing we know for sure right now is that Flynn is in trouble.
Very true. So what are we actually supposed to do about it? All I already said was that we were gonna wait and see what happens. Sorry, I'm just okay, just double checking. Oh, they said Master Yoda. That'd be quite the crossover. That'd be a wild storyline, Mango. If we had Master Yoda in this. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, that's fair. You're just saying the same thing you said last time. Okay, so Flynn's in prison. I'm not entirely sure where we're supposed to go. This hasn't changed, has it? No.
Huh, that's strange.
What's the matter, Yuri?
It looks like I dropped my wallet somewhere.
So strange playing another game so rooted in Greek mythology, just going like, where can I find Zagreus? Yeah, it would be interesting seeing like the different takes on the various gods at like the same time. Oh, you asked on Sunday, Mango. I did end up borrowing from Charon today, and that ended my run.
At a time like this?
Maybe it fell out of my pocket at the Don's place. I'm gonna go look. You wait here.
Okay. Don't take too long.
Is this just a ploy by Yuri to separate from the group and then do something on his own?
Alrighty, now to go see how Flynn's holding up.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that gets quite intense. Yeah, it does. How do I get to that doggo over there? I probably can't. Yuri's such a troublemaker. There's like nobody stationed here? Oh, convenient. And an apple gel inside the toilet. No way am I picking that up. Okay.
Yuri.
Thought I was being quiet, but I guess you heard me.
So, you've come to have a laugh at me in this sorry state?
Doesn't seem like something we'd do.
Yeah, I wanted to see what kind of expression being locked up put on your face.
It doesn't hurt to be forced to view things from behind bars every now and then.
What the hell you think you were doing, coming here with a letter like that?
Hey, love, welcome back. Did you find your bomb that you were looking for?
That was the Red Eyes doing. They attacked after you left.
You don't screw up like that. Was it one of your people?
Even if it was, the responsibility is mine.
I see.
Yeah, it's like a cop suppressant. Nice.
If the Red Eyes are involved, then Rago's gotta be behind it all.
Also made some tea. What are you having? Do I need to move my camera? Oh, probably. Where do I usually have it for Vesperia? Top? Oh no, just a little bit above, like mid, or just a little bit below mid height. Like I put it like there, so you can see all the battle stats, but so it's not blocking stuff that's higher up here. That should be good. Thank you for the reminder. What are you having for tea? I am having, what was it called? It was something, its name confused me. Yeah, it's an Earl Grey green tea, which I don't even really know what that means, because Earl Grey is normally not green. But just your Okinawa tea? That sounds good.
But how do you know?
Just an orange green tea, I guess? Maybe? Yeah, that's kind of what the picture looks like. Can I hold that up so it appears?
At the harbor, we saw Rago giving orders to one of their assassins.
Pa, is that it? Would you like a sip, Tetris? I've got plenty. I have a whole 12-ounce pot of it, so.
I hadn't heard about that.
Do you know what they're trying to do?
Oh, you have mocha? Nice.
Most likely they want to force a clash between the guilds and the knights.
Yeah, it's definitely a curl up with a hot beverage and sort of just try to take your mind off things kind of evening. For sure. You call it mocha, but it's hot chocolate plus coffee. I mean, that sounds very tasty.
That'd be bad. You think another one of those false letters went to the Knights?
I'm not much of a coffee drinker myself. I mostly drink tea, so I don't really even like know what actual mocha technically would be. But that sounds pretty good. A mix of hot chocolate and coffee. You also had an apple with some caramel and peanut butter. Ooh, that sounds very good too.
Yes, to put them in a fighting mood.
If you know that much, then get out there and get the real letters back.
I was wondering how long it'd take you to get rid of that damn lock. You've got to stay here.
What? And be your scapegoat? You're just itching to get rid of me, aren't you?
Yuri, if I don't make it back...
That's a ominous thing
you'll
to
have
say.
to die in my place.
Yeah.
And Yuri's just down with it.
Taking your friend's place in a jail cell? You lost your mind, son?
You lost your mind, son. Are you losing it, son?
This coming from an old man who gets rid of his own guards on purpose.
Actual mocha would probably be espresso and higher quality chocolate. Okay. Gotcha.
I had a special favor to ask that rookie knight.
You mean Flynn?
The rats that plan these sort of stunts usually like to enjoy their handiwork from somewhere nearby.
If you knew the letter was fake, why'd you fire everyone up like that?
If I didn't make a good show of things, whoever's behind all this wouldn't bother to come watch. Besides, we've got a lot of hotheads around here who'd never let me hear the end of it if I didn't raise hell. So that's where it stands. Of course, if our friend the Knight doesn't show up again, your life is mine.
I know. Tell me one thing, though. What made you want to start a guild in the first place?
I realized I couldn't protect the things that were important to me playing by the Empire's rules.
There have to be some things that were easier to protect when you were on the other side, though. Even in the lower quarter where I'm from, we still had the barrier to protect us.
Sure, but were you happy with just putting up with all the things you didn't like?
Well,
So if the rules the Empire sets don't suit you, you got two choices.
I really like the sound design in this scene, right? Whichever one the camera's focused on sounds clearer, and the other one sounds like further away and echoey, which makes sense because they're in like an underground stone jail area. It's nice attention to detail to get those sounds kind of right.
You can do like your friend is and put everything you've got into change in the system. Or you can turn your back on the Empire and live by the rules you set for yourself.
that's pretty clear cut.
Yep. I think you're gonna have to take responsibility for letting my prisoner go.
You want me to do something besides rotting in this cell?
The sap who's been putting together this little show's got to be somewhere in this city. Oh, I've been planning on asking your armor-wearing friend to hunt him down for me, but...
So what? You want me to find them?
Your job is to pay this debt back to me. How you go about it is up to you. That young lady you brought with you is running all over the place helping with the injured folks.
That
You
sounds
don't
like
have
Estelle.
time to be the only one sitting around twiddling its thumbs, right?
Estelle. Huh. That sounds like her.
Oh, I just had to back up for the door to open. You probably still won't talk to me? Shut your hole and leave me be, okay? Still in here? Yep. Okay, so... He didn't really give us any hints of where to look, though. Gonna make the sacrifice, done, set free. Said to entrust youth, calming tensions between the Union and the Knights. It's pretty open-ended. I guess we look for the rest of the party first, and then see if we can track down the culprits behind this whole fiasco.
Out of the way! The Dawn is passing through!
Is he really planning on going to war just to lure those rats out of hiding?
We'll teach those Imperial bastards to look down on us!
Oh, Yuri!
Have you finished healing the injured yet?
How did you know that?
The Don told me. This is from him, his way of saying thanks.
But Yuri, things have gotten really bad.
Yeah, I noticed.
No, that's not what I mean.
What else?
I saw them.
Who? The Red
You
Eyes?
saw who?
The Blood Alliance.
Oh.
Barbos wasn't with them, but
Rita and Repeat are shadowing them right now.
Just what the Don wanted.
Let's catch up with Rita.
Yeah.
Nice. Got a bit of a party back together.
where were you talking with the Don, Yuri? You were gone for a long time.
We had a nice little chat through some thick iron bars.
Yuri, did you get Flynn out of prison by trading places with him?
No, it's nothing like that. Flynn would have been released even if I hadn't gotten involved.
What do you mean?
The Dawn planned all along to capture Flynn and use him to find out who's behind this whole mess.
So both the Don and Flynn know that there's someone else manipulating things?
Yeah. Why do I keep letting myself get caught up in this stuff? Now the Dawn's making me do his dirty work. What a pain.
I mean, all that's technically true, but Yuri absolutely downplayed the fact that he was going to sacrifice himself for Flynn.
Rita.
Yes.
Let's go inside.
But if Barbos is in there,
Oh, that guy? Which guy?
Then we can't just sit around and watch either, huh?
What should we do?
Let me give you a tip.
Oh, like, oh, that guy. I get it. Yes, I understand. Also, Raven's back.
Oh, it's you again.
Hey, is it okay you being here?
No, it ain't okay. But the Don asked me to make sure you youngsters don't screw things up. Why don't you guys come with me to a tavern and hear what I got to say?
Sorry about that. Yawning.
we don't have the time to...
Oh, come on. You sound like you think I'm gonna trick you.
I mean, you probably will.
Well, you have tricked us before.
I can handle getting tricked a couple times. But there are limits to my patience, old man.
What's with the grim face? I get it. All right. Come now, kids. Show me those pearly whites. All right, this way.
Hey, Delicate. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We reunited with everybody except for Raven. I guess we still have to go meet him at the tavern. He went this way, right? So not... Yeah. We're not supposed to go to that tavern. Make sure this isn't some trick of his before we barge headfirst into the danger zone. Well then, how's about we make for that bar over there? Sounds good. Trying a challenge vault in Phoenix, fly around some easy enough. Could not have been wrong. More on that was brutal. Oh wow, you've got this. Good work, Mango. What's going on today? Like, do you mean in this game right now, or do you mean like you want me to explain the current state of world events? Because I don't know if I'm qualified for one of those.
Is there a more annoying sound than the screech of chalk against chalkboard?
Sensei of Peace GD, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. I don't want to get too much stress into you, so you might as well hop in. Perfect. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for being here. Oh, do you have about 12 hours? Yeah, pretty much. Finished it, got the bronze one, that'll be enough for now. Yeah, absolutely. Just get it done and then come back and fully complete it at a later date. It's usually what I do with those sorts of challenges. I don't often beat my head against the wall trying to get like gold on them right away.
What is this place?
Just a place the Don has for drinking with important guests and having secret conversations.
Are you telling us just to stay here and drink?
I wish I had a secret tavern purely just for having secret conversations.
If your friend comes back with the real letter, things could be settled peacefully.
I guess the tavern's not a secret, just this room is for secret conversations.
Sorry, but I can't let Flynn hog all the glory.
We need to find the criminal behind all of this trouble. If that happens to be Barbos.
Easy now. Haste makes waste.
What's this?
It looks like a door.
There are sewer tunnels that sprawl in a labyrinth beneath this town. Long ago, when the town was occupied by the Empire, the guilds used these tunnels to fight back.
Wait! Don't tell me this place is connected to those sewer tunnels!
That's exactly what it is. And our plan is to use them to sneak right up behind those guys.
Quickly sneak in and catch them, huh? It's a bit of a detour, but it's the best chance we got.
That's the idea. Aren't you glad you trusted me?
Undetermined.
I won't know that until it's all over.
Exactly.
So, you still don't trust me, huh?
Naturally, you'll be coming with us too, right, old man?
Aw, crap! And I was totally planning on skipping town.
I'm saying we want to share the glory with you, old man. Come on, let's go.
Nice. Okay, speaking of party, who do I want in here right now? Who has XP share? Here he does. Stella doesn't, but we wouldn't take our healer away anyway. Carol does not. Redeemed weapon choice, Toggy? Yeah, I suppose actually I could allow people to buy usages of party members. I wasn't even thinking of that for anything other than Hades, but I can definitely put repeat in. Okay, Rita does have XP share. Whoops. Pete has it too, but that's okay. Raven does not. Oops, okay. Does this game allow me to control? Oh, but I can't make Rapide the leader? That's unfortunate. Can I be Raven? Will it actually let me like play as Raven, or is it just I can choose who I walk around as? Because in the newer Tales games, you can actually like just play as any of the characters, and they all have like slightly different control schemes and make for like different play styles. So now I'm Raven running around. It's quite, as the kids say, dope. Indeed.
It's pitch black.
I'd rather not get lost in here and never see the light of day again.
Yo, Genius Mage Girl, can you use some fire magic and light up this place?
Are you trying to use me as your personal lamp? You've got some nerve, old man.
Rita, isn't there something you can do?
Nope. Fire magic is only used for combat.
Yeah, combat the darkness. I cast Magic Missile. There's nothing to cast Magic Missile on. I cast it on the darkness.
For us to have continuous illumination, air would need to be constantly supplied, like Lux Blastia.
What about that ring? That's an idea.
Huh. Really?
You weren't counting on that, were you, old man?
Is this a Blastia? It's seriously damaged, but I think we can use it.
Whoa! Isn't that thing gonna explode? Are we okay?
It'll be fine.
Of course it's not gonna explode. This is a type of Lux Blastia.
No one else but you knows what that means, Rita.
It uses that device to charge air and light up.
I knew you could do it, Rita.
But it's on its last leg, so I don't think it'll last too long.
Let's get moving while we've still got light.
Is it going to be actually like on a timer, or is it going to be like a number of steps kind of thing? I wonder how they're going to measure like what mechanic they're going to use for the light only lasting a certain length of time. Acquired Lux Blastia. Portable light source found by Rapide. Keep it full of air to continue using it. Oh, I have to charge it at things. I understand.
What's up, Pupper? You need something?
It's dark, so you'll get lost if you stray too far.
Thanks for worrying about me, lass, but I'll be fine.
It's so dank in here. I hope we don't have to stay too long.
It may be dank, but at least the bustle is gone. I prefer the quiet of these tunnels.
Right. I'll never be able to keep up with your sensitivities.
Oh, Rapide. Do you know where Raven went?
Hey, Poochie! Where'd you... Ow! Ah!
There goes the quiet you were talking about.
Yes, well, I've become accustomed to it.
Stop jabbering about customs and help an old man out!
So I can just replenish every time I see one of these things. Okay. I don't know if I remember there being a dark dungeon like this.
Monsters!
They won't attack us, will they?
We shouldn't have anything to worry about.
The light.
We need to charge up some air before it goes out.
What the?
Okay, here we go.
Don't get sloppy! Stars throw!
Oh, I am controlling Rapide. I just can't make Rapide the party leader. Okay, I need to look up what my controls on repeat are. That's silly. Dogs can be leaders. They can, but maybe repeat in particular does not want to be. Okay, these are not bound yet. I was trying to use these and I was like, why? Oh, we only have what? 7? Okay, so which ones are bound? Down to thievery, so let's make right stick down falling leaf. Let's make right stick right shadow fang. We'll make left sonic return. Okay.
So don't pick any more fights.
Okay.
That was scary. I never expected monsters to wait for us to drop our guard before an attack.
There's no way any monster's that smart.
Perhaps they're weak against light or something?
There are monsters like that?
There are indeed. Creatures that live in dark places such as caverns in the ocean floor sometimes have an aversion for light and work hard to avoid it.
Oh, right. So that's why they didn't attack when it was bright. Oh, there's another one of those machines.
Oh, how interesting.
So we just need to be careful to recharge the lamp before it runs out of juice.
Seems reasonable. Okay, what skills does repeat have that I can use? I don't want rise attack on. Oh. That's useful. Okay. Just saw the Discord? What happened? Do I need to go take a gander? I can. I will. Or I can try to, and Discord can be very slow at load. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Picked on a boat. The SSS Friendship. That's adorable, Tetris. Well done. So cute. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, McD, welcome in. I hope you're having as good a day as can be expected, given the circumstances in the world right now. And I hope you're safe, and you and all your loved ones.
Oh, there's no challenge at all.
Let me at him!
Hard to consider today a good day, but at least you're spending it with friends. Yeah, absolutely.
The cry of victory! Repeat?
So Rita learned item thrower. I don't think she had anything else to put on, though. Oh, no, she has a couple other weapons she can put on. We'll go with the king-sized belt first. I should probably double check and make sure that... Okay, Repeat doesn't have anything. Nothing. Carol's currently learning that. Nothing for you. Oh no, you're currently learning those things, but there's nothing else for you. She's learning that. Yuri's learning that. Has nothing else to put on. Okay. The big annual math conference was supposed to be this week in DC. Oh wow. Yeah, it'll be interesting whether they try to still hold that or not. Waiting to hear the main national organization say something about it. Absolutely, yeah. There's 3 fights all at once? Oh my god, so many bats. You have a friend who works at the National Science Foundation in DC and lives about a mile from the Capitol? Oh wow! I hope they're safe and doing all right. It doesn't seem like replenishing the air is necessary. All it really does is reduce the amount of fights I would take.
This looks easy. Don't let
But like
him
I
trip
don't
you up.
really mind. Getting a little bit of extra XP and sort of leveling as I go, so I don't even know if I need to really refill that ring. Thankfully all your DC people are okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know very many people in DC, but the ones I do, I have seen active in a boat, so I know they're doing alright. They seem safe, but will not be leaving their house? Oh, absolutely, yeah.
This looks easy.
Let's just get it over with.
It's a weird guard version. Repeat's guard just looks like a stretch, like downward dogs. Oh, he sort of covers his head, I guess. And apparently you have an acquaintance who's there for the protests. There's some protests supposed to happen there today. I hope those are alright considering all the terrorism that's going on. You just choked on your tea? I'm sorry, love. Why is Rapides... Didn't I turn Rise Attack off? Anyway, not talking to them ever again? Yeah, absolutely. What is reducing Rapide's TP every time I attack? Oh, because Rise Attack's on the weapon, so I just can't turn it off for now. That makes sense. I could unequip that weapon, though. Is a 10 attack hit worth being able to actually have TP and use abilities? I think so. We'll put the Holy Raven back on. And better news, you're enjoying playing Pandemic Season 0? Oh, nice! I've heard really good things about the Pandemic games.
You don't scare me.
You keep hearing about Pandemic? Yeah, I hear about it fairly often, and all positive stuff usually. Okay. Dash out here, come around from the other side. Ow. You really want to get that? You should, love. Excited for the new Cure content in Plague Inc. Oh, I remember Plague Inc. I haven't played that in a long time though. It's great that they're still putting out like new content for it. Sometimes it feels too real. Ah, yeah, I bet McD. Started many a plague in Madagascar. I mean, that's sometimes the only way to get Madagascar. Is to just begin there.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't get cocky.
Take this.
Season 1 is amazing, so anxious about when the big twist is going to hit for Season 0. It's interesting that they're, they went, like, down in number. From 1 to 0. Greenland always gets you. Funny how appropriate measures, work. Yeah, it's true.
I got a little worked up. Hey, I learned something.
God, everybody's learning stuff. Oh god, the G-Fire is starting already? I'm not sure what that is. Oh. Yeah, not sure why they went this order. It's interesting. Oh, gunfire. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, love. So a few people finished abilities there. That's just straight up better than everything Estelle's currently using. I should probably put that on then. Now you finished this, which is good because Iron Hammer. Is the Bastard Sword your best thing I could put on you right now, Carol? Seems like it. Okay. Put that back on. You don't have anything else to equip. You're still working on that. You don't have anything else to equip. Okay. Did they ever make the new game mode where you can stop COVID in Plague Inc? Was that something they actually were planning to do, or are you sort of making a joke? Because I would believe either way, to be honest. I could see them actually doing that, and I could also see them. Where did I came from this way, right? I'm getting so turned around. Yes, okay. It's coming out soon, free to everyone until COVID is under control. Oh, nice. It just says early this year. Okay. Remember an announcement on Steam? It's great that they're giving it away for free, too. A melange gel.
Behind us! We can still overcome this! Pushing it! Smile, we might do this! Holy power, come to me! We dig of this modest land!
P just learned a new ability, which will bind to here. Oh, and then take a bunch of hits unnecessarily. There we go. That looks like potentially where we're supposed to go. Maybe I should swing back up this way first. Oh yeah, this is just another
I won't lose.
another air source over here. Bats are just chasing Estelle down to keep from healing. There we go. Hey, Frezzo. We love you too. Good night. I hope you get some amazing rest. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by before bed. Oh, I missed. Okay. I actually need to check the documentation there because I don't think I remember how to do the what are they even called? The fatal strikes. Yeah. If timed correctly, you can execute a fatal strike to defeat all regular enemies in a single blow with RT. Yes, that's right, RT. Battle Guard, is that better for either of you? You're already wearing it. You're already wearing it too, okay. These are quite the elaborately designed sewers.
There's something carved here. Words?
Long ago, our ancestors abandoned their nations for forgetting their duty to protect their people, and thus became the true defenders of freedom.
Abandoned their nations for forgetting their duty to protect their people. Interesting.
That is how the guilds first began. But now, the iron shackles of oppression threaten to strangle us once again.
I mean, is it a Tales game if there isn't an elaborate sewer sequence? Yeah, that's a good point.
It is because we have forgotten the oath of our ancestors and spent our time fighting one another for our own self-interests. Therefore, we must once again return to the basic principles behind the guilds and join our strengths together as one.
Also, you might need to go. Is everything all right, love? Do you need me for anything? It's getting bad like that one night we were in that call. Okay. Do you want me to end here and we can be in a call? You're okay right now? No, it's okay. Okay. Okay, well, let me know if you need me for anything, okay?
We offer our swords for freedom, our shields for friendship, and our lives for the common good.
Promise? Okay, thank you.
Here we renew our ancient oath.
Hey! Isn't that the Union Oath?
What is that?
It's like a slogan that the Don came up with when he formed the Union.
We can't depend on the Empire, so we have to protect each other. In order to do that, we need to join forces and put our lives on the line for one another.
But what's the Oath doing in a place like this?
The Union is based on the guilds that resisted when this town was occupied by the Empire. Before that, guilds just did whatever they wanted and only joined together when there was a problem. Once things were resolved, they'd split up again. But with the Empire's occupation, they changed that.
So the guy who led those guild forces was Don Whitehorse?
Yep. These sewer tunnels must have really come in handy back then.
So that's when they made the Oath here?
Seems that way. I'd heard there was an actual written oath, but I had no idea it'd be etched in a wall like this.
There's something beautiful about how the oath is written on a wall.
Was this originally a PS game? Largely missed this series, but grew up with handheld and Sega. So, the Tales series has been kind of interesting in that the very first titles were on Nintendo systems, like the Super Nintendo. And then it was on PlayStation for a while. Vesperia had actually two versions. In North America, it was only released on the Xbox 360. And in Japan, it was only released on the PlayStation 3. And the Japanese version actually had more content in it. There's a couple extra characters as well as like some quests and story stuff that was never released in the North American version. And so then now this definitive edition that just came out a couple years ago on like every platform. I believe it's available on almost all online stores. Maybe not Switch actually, but you can get it on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, etc. This definitive edition has all that. Yes, on Switch. Okay. It has all that extra content that was Japan exclusive with the original release. It was first on Switch? Was it? I thought I remembered that, I thought when they announced it at E3 that year and I was really excited about it, like it was releasing on all the stores simultaneously. Because they announced it during the Xbox conference, or the Microsoft conference that year. Like Dragon Quest, but less time. Mm-hmm.
It says Ifried right here.
Oh, another mention of Ifried. For those trying to keep track of the larger, grander story, Ifried is the pirate whose treasure Patty is always looking for. Oh yes, but you think some people got theirs early, like accidentally? Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, that infamous king of the pirates.
The way Don tells it, he was supposedly a sworn ally. But he was such a shrewd and cunning individual that even the Don had difficulty dealing with him.
Yes, Xbone, PS4, Switch, Steam. Yeah, so it's on everything right now. Well, every main console. It's not on any handhelds currently.
The Don's a pretty impressive guy to be able to call someone like that a sworn ally.
Our lives for the common good, huh?
I'm glad I got to see something so fascinating. But we take care of Barbos now. Let's go. Our swords for freedom, huh?
The Union Oath, right?
Fighting for personal freedom instead of draconian imperial law sounds good to me.
If you feel that way, maybe the guilds are right for you, Yuri.
Huh? Yeah, I wasn't cut out to be a knight.
Huh? You agree, Rapide?
The guilds, huh?
Ah, the Xbone. Personal favorite console of the Bone Lord. Maybe. Oh, a save point. Yeah, this party's strong enough to potentially fight a boss with. I was thinking about swapping Yuri back in for somebody, but we can probably get by with this squad. I don't even know for sure if there is a boss coming here, but whenever there's a dungeon and a save point, I kind of just expect. Weapon choice Yuri? Okay, actually we will figure out a way to swap Yuri in. Well, not figure out a way, there's plenty of ways we can. Once I can get XP share on everyone in the party, it'll be so much easier because I can just use whichever characters I feel like. And I still could, I'm just trying to be, like, maximize efficiency. We'll swap. Repeat did some good work. We'll swap Yuri in for now. I want to keep Raven in because he's not in the party very often. So it's just nice to use him a little bit when he's here. We need Estelle because she's our main healer. Carol. We could potentially actually switch Carol for Repeat or Rita. Yeah, but Carol has some healing abilities too. How do I switch Yuri back to leader? There we go. Might as well save so I don't have to do that menu finagling again. BRB, gotta get sexy with your vapor rub. Nice. Okay, so we're not at the boss, we're just the next section. That's alright. And we got ambushed, so we have the people who were supposed to be out anyway. Okay, let's move over here. Oh, these tadpole things do quite the mini hit combo attack there.
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
Skill change style, what does that do? Changes a normal attack depending on the distance between enemies. Okay. I think I came from over here, right? Yes. Okay, so we swing over there, there's an air thing, we could go down these stairs, which is multiple other paths over this way.
Sorry if I hurt you.
All right.
Holy power, come to me.
Now this is my style. All right. All right.
I'm not finished.
All right.
Holy power, come to me. First aid. Nice aid smash.
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
Oh, I feel.
Excellent. I always get so indecisive when there's this many paths. 'Cause I'd like to just do all the side ones first and not go the direction I'm supposed to go, but sometimes it's hard to figure it out.
From behind? Oh man.
Cowards. Starstruck. Here comes a new spell. Starstruck.
Vivian's portrait during combat is great. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Cavalry.
They make some pretty great expressions sometimes.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
I could actually shift my webcam over slightly. I am covering up that side character's face a little bit more than I need to be. Shift over to here and maybe even up a little further. There we go. Okay, hello, welcome back, love. 4,000 gold. How much gold do I have right now anyway? 39k, okay. Okay, and this is a dead end. Alright. Now we're narrowing down our options a little bit. So now we can go up these stairs, or we could go over this way. It's another air machine. Okay. Let's try up the stairs then. Yeah, that's a dead end. Got all these bats.
Guess we can do this.
Destruction!
Starstruck! Delay! Nice aid smash! Holy power!
First aid.
We finished them off.
I finished them off.
Huh?
Hey, I learned something.
These These are the threads that weave our future.
Oh, right, because there was, I was wondering what they learned those skills from, but there was skills to be learned on their sub-weapons that they had on.
What a pain! They're everywhere! One at a time! One at a time!
Okay, this is not where I want to be. Oh, I missed my timing slightly on that Fatal Strike.
Alright, who's next?
Holy power, come to me! First aid, Twinkling Blaze, burn! Fireball! Holy...
Yeah, we're done. Finish that one.
Rita, is that... Yes, you finished with that. Perfect. Wait, this was... Oh, we were heading in this direction. This goes in here. Oops.
Oh man. Alright, alright. Destruction!
Not bad! Flickering Blaze, burn! Fireball!
I gotta try and keep up. It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Because...
Waterproof cloth, okay. Okay, that's a dead end. Nice.
Let's eliminate them!
Alright.
Holy power, come to me!
Structured my party around trying to divvy up my XP as efficiently as possible, but because of all of these ambush fights, I'm not even using the people that I intended to be, so it didn't really matter. Which is fine, but...
Who's next?
It's minuscule differences that it's making.
Put out your hand! Like...
No.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't let him trip you up.
Oh, Yuri's in trouble.
Destruction! Alright, who's next?
Hellhammer! Starstroke!
Man,
Nice.
I was just getting warmed up.
I won't lose!
Destruction!
Oh no, Twitch, don't be mean to you. Oh gosh, is Twitch mentioned that love? I'm sorry. I haven't dropped any frames or anything, so it must be Twitch.
Hey, you see what I did there?
Hellhammer!
This? Nah, this isn't Skip.
Hey, I learned something.
These are the threads
Step.
that...
Look at all these abilities we've learned.
Don't get sloppy!
Destruction!
Smash! Pierce Buster! Delightful!
You like to overdo it.
Azure
Power, come to me!
Azure All my heart!
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
I should probably just heal Yuri up outside of battle here. Seems like it's gonna go to the dungeon, maybe. I'm gonna backtrack and make sure that I've gotten everything. Swings down here. Okay, this connects to the path that I didn't take before. Okay, so that was 2 routes that went to the same way. Does that mean I've... Okay, yes, but there was a route before this that I needed to still check out, I think. Yeah, down this way. Yeah, I haven't been over here.
Let's get this over with.
A flickering blaze burn!
Destruction field! Destruction!
Holy power, come to me!
Azure
First aid!
Alright, who's
Not
next?
bad.
Alright, who's
Come
next?
to me!
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
There we go. Oh, 6K. I'm glad I made sure to come and get that.
Behind us! We can still overcome this!
Azure Azure
King of this lotus land!
I'm never getting any of those fatal strikes on time. My reflexes are just not good enough, I guess.
I'll heal you.
Alright, who's next?
Oh wait, Rita died? When did that happen?
Resound, O cry of victory!
Finish that one.
It's just wonky. Oh, Twitch, you mean? I'm sorry, love. Okay, and this was a dead end. Okay, so we've now gone everywhere in here. Turn up our light path through the journey back. Cut down this way. Oh, the game with fighting, it's not your skill? No, well I didn't, I wasn't so much disparaging myself, I just,
Man, could you be any weaker?
Let me at him!
Destruction!
Nice catch!
just making sure, thank you. It's mostly just that it happens infrequently enough that I kind of forget about it, and then when one pops up I'm like, what's that? Oh right, that's the fatal strike, and then I don't get it in time. I'm sure once I get used to them, or well actually later on in the game I know I'll get to the point where I'm like micromanaging my character's abilities a little more, and I'll be sort of like having them only use ones that contribute to the same type of strike, so they'll be triggering more often because all the characters will be using abilities that prompt or proc the same one. And so I'll be looking for it then. Is there any, there's no items or anything in these barrels that I can steal? Guess not. It's okay. So we're probably gonna exit to the other tavern here now, so I wonder if we're gonna be fighting...
Where are we?
Somebody?
A tavern in the eastern part of town used by Barbos as a hideout.
Oh.
Basically, it's the place you guys were trying to sneak into.
Then Barbos is somewhere around here?
Hey. But there was just a door into a storage room which had an open staircase which just led down to that sewer area. So there's no way they didn't know that this entrance was here.
Looks like there's a second floor. Let's see what's up there.
And there's nobody around, so couldn't we have just walked in the front door and it made no difference? I guess there could be still people be outside the front door and there's just no one on the main level here. It's possible. This store is self-service. Go up to the counter to order. Well, self-service? What? What do you mean? Sakuraba? Interesting. Self-service? I have to pump my own gas like a commoner?
Barbos, what is the meaning of this?
How did Rago not know about this plan?
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
The tower and the Blastia, of course. I have yet to receive any reports about them.
Why should I have to report to you about something like that?
What? Building that lousy tower fortress of yours without speaking a word of it to your own employer? You even went so far as to use Leviathan's Claw for help!
Leviathan's Claw? Is that like an actual claw from Leviathan, or is that just like the name of a guild?
I'm not your lapdog, Rago. I just gathered the cores together, like you requested. It's thanks to my efforts that you were able to make that weather-controlling Blastia.
And just what made you think it was okay to carry off the extra cores?
Our mutual non-interference was a condition of our agreement, was it not?
What?
And did I ever interfere with what you were doing?
Barbos, how dare you!
You will leave now, Magistrate.
Remember this, Barbos. Black-hearted filth like you always get what they deserve in the end.
Oh, excuse me.
You want to talk, Rago?
Really, though?
You guys!
It's the World Series of Villains, and you had to take the best seat in the house?
What fool would dare to heckle my exquisite performance? Oh, if it isn't the little runts I met on the ship.
You're the one who's been causing all of the recent chaos.
And what of it? You fools will never manage to capture me.
Time for you to sleep. Y'all are amazing and doing the best you can. Getting through a day is amazing. Getting through today's even better. Absolutely, Mango. Well said. Have a good night. I hope you get some excellent rest. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit. I appreciate you being here.
Oh yeah? What's your reasoning there?
A villain is someone who never considers losing a possibility. That's why he thinks the way he does.
Never considers losing a possibility.
If so, then that makes you quite a villain, Yuri.
Oh.
Yep, I'm nefarious.
So we're rebelling, huh? You're a real troublemaker, you know that?
You've got a big mouth, brat. You would dare to oppose me? I thought I told you before that next time you wouldn't get off so easy.
All the better for us to tear things up.
Take them down!
What's that?
The fools have started to march! Now that meddlesome Don and the Knights will destroy each other!
He did this to destroy the Union and to eliminate the Dawn!
If the Knights are destroyed, who will protect the Empire? Rago, why would you...
Of course! He's gonna weaken the Imperial Knights so that the Council can step in and control the Empire!
And he's going to use the Blood Alliance to seize Altosk and rule over the Union.
Oh my!
The Knights and the Union going down together. It's just as Flynn said.
So what if you know now? No matter what you do, you won't be able to stop the battle!
Huh, we'll see.
And your existence comes to an end here!
Damn it, he's too late.
Squirt the horse.
Stop! All of you! Sheath your blades! Sheath them! I am Flynn Shifo of the Imperial Knights. I have come bearing a letter from Master Yoder. The letter you received from the Empire was false. It was the work of a rebel. Draw back your armies at once!
I thought you weren't coming back.
And leave Yuri behind to take the fall for me? I wouldn't dream of it.
Rago, you fool! You didn't keep up your end of the bargain.
Don't hurt me!
Damn!
Yuri!
Who's that?
They're aiming at Flynn!
Just yeet the hammer at the guy. That's actually like extremely impressive coming from Carol, who's normally like petrified with fear in these sorts of situations. He's coming into his own. Nice son.
Nice shot, Carol.
Look at that growth, indeed.
You brats think you can stop me?
What is this? Oh my god.
Get out of here! Head for the exit!
Yuri, no! It's too dangerous!
It should take time for the air to recharge. I'll try and stop him before then.
Now!
You're too late!
No! It charged up too quickly!
And the Dragon Rider out of nowhere again.
What in the world is that?
Oh, so you're back for more, Dragon Freak?
Rita, knock it off. Our enemy's over there.
My enemy is this Dragon Freak.
Leave it alone for now.
I'm gonna make you wish you hadn't done that.
What? He can fly?
I forgot in this game how much like all these confrontational scenes just escalate so quickly, and all like everything just flies out the window, and it gets crazy.
Oh, so the boss is heading for the hills, huh?
Oh! Get back here, you freak! Think I'm just gonna let you get away?
If you're going after him, let me come with you. We're a little short on wings around here.
Are you crazy? This jerk's our enemy!
No matter what happens, I've got to catch that guy. Come on!
Thanks.
Wait, what about us?
This guy's overloaded enough as it is.
But what should we...
You guys hold down the fort here.
What?
Stay out of trouble.
Damn it, Yuri!
And let Flynn know I'm stepping out for a while.
Parted with everyone. Yuri just takes off on a dragon. Ooh, cinematic. Hey, Safe, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing alright today. I had forgotten this game also had like some CGI cutscenes, because it also has like traditional like 2D animated cutscenes, as is a staple in the Tales series. But it also has some of those like CGI ones.
So that cyclone was his doing. Here comes trouble.
You've destroyed the Blastia!
Do I have to 1v1 this guy?
Hey, are you okay? Bastards!
Doing well, thanks. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. And how am I? I'm doing okay. You know, a little sad and stressed out on the state of the world and the things that have been going on today. But I'm doing okay, all things considered. Mostly just worried about everyone I know who's a lot closer to stuff than I am. Okay, just take those guys down with one swing.
Come on, we're just getting started.
Ha! My men won't have any trouble taking care of a brat like you. Now rip him to pieces!
Okay. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Yeah, let's group you all up if I can.
Like this.
Oh.
Here. Like this. Here.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to be in the middle like this. Can you not?
What the? Here. Like this. Here.
Okay, okay.
Here. Like this.
Oh, this is kind of annoying.
Here. I'll blow you
Screw it.
away.
All over limit.
Like this. Destruction field. Destruction field. Here. Die. Here. Destruction. Destruction field. Destruction. Like this. Like this. Here.
Oh my god. Now I'm stuck in a corner. Can you not? Can you... Oh. I canceled out of that. step away. Okay, whew.
Here. Like this. Here. Here. Like this.
There we go.
That was close.
Only 288 XP for all that? These guys are bullies? That's a pretty annoying encounter right there.
Is that all you got?
But we got through.
Looks like I'm gonna have to teach you your place.
Huh. That's a handy sword you've got.
Think you lost because of this sword, huh?
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Talk it up while you got the chance. We've got a nice, painful death all set up for you.
Now shut up for a while.
Oh, they took Yuri prisoner? Interesting.
What's the deal?
Why didn't they just kill him right there?
Please, I've got to get out of here.
It's always something with you, isn't it, old man?
It's not polite to point sharp objects at your elders.
Yeah! Hey!
That's enough.
Damn it!
A woman? And she's Chrétien?
Pretty sure this is the very first mention of anything like a Chrétien. Like, he's saying that like it's some big revelation, but I don't think we as the player have even seen that term before.
Are you all right? Sorry.
Well, after all, you did help Baul back there.
Baul?
Yes, my friend.
Oh, you mean that monster?
And the monster's name is Baul.
So tell me, what are you going around destroying Blastia for?
I like how since the helmet was damaged, she felt the need to take off the entire suit of armor. Nope, this is all useless now, if I can't have the full outfit.
Not a big deal if you don't feel like
Oh,
talking
you
about him.
guys, you all can't see that. There we go.
I'm afraid it's not as impressive as you might think.
I mean, do I blame him? No, not particularly.
I'm destroying them because I want to.
You're right. I'm not all that impressed. So that's why you mashed up Barbos's Blastia too?
Yes, but I didn't finish the job.
And can you just let this one go?
There wouldn't be any fun in destroying something like that.
Huh. Hey, why don't we work together a little longer?
It's true, I wasn't able to finish off the Blastia on the roof.
Okay then.
So what do we do?
There is one way I was thinking we could get out of here.
Well, if you think it might work, what's the harm in trying it out? I always say, those who can, should.
Okay, just go along with me on this.
I'll just follow your lead.
Don't worry. It's a little nerve-wracking working with a pretty lady, though.
Oh, Yuri. Leave it alone.
Ah!
Oh, that is it!
Ah!
Pipe down! Cut it out!
You cut it out.
I said that's enough.
I've had it up to here with you.
Somebody get me away from this psycho! So I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson, huh?
And then everybody just rushes the door. Foolproof plan. Brilliant.
Ta-da! You're free.
Thanks for your help.
I think I still owe you one more.
Huh? Guess I overdid it back there.
There. That makes us even.
I'm Yuri. Yuri Lowell.
Judith.
Judith? Judy's easier to say.
Judith isn't hard to say.
Fine by me. All right.
Whatever.
On to the next objective.
Next? Well, we could check out the Blasty on the roof. All we have to do is go up.
Won't your friends be waiting for you?
I don't mind taking care of the Blastia first.
Up we go then.
And how exactly do we go up?
This is heavy.
Yeah, just go wander off. Reminds me of a certain princess.
A princess?
Never mind. There's gotta be a way up around here somewhere. Let's see what we can find.
Okay. Now she's a party member.
Hey, why were you wearing that stuffy-looking suit of armor?
Oh, you didn't like it? It's pretty sturdy and protects my body quite nicely. See? Look at this beautiful skin free of bruises and blemishes.
Very nice. I'm actually worried where my eyes might wander.
You don't look all that worried to me.
I've just got a good poker face. So you're okay? You don't mind leaving your armor behind?
It's sturdy, but it's heavy. Walking around with that on tires me out.
Hey, no complaints here. I prefer eye candy to scary armor any day.
Damn it, Yuri. The game development industry in a nutshell. I prefer eye candy to scary armor any day. Do we have a save point somewhere near here? I would really like to go to the washroom. I guess I can just pause. I don't need a save point necessarily. We can take a quick little break here. Well, things have developed rapidly. We were just working our way through a dungeon, and now we took off on a dragon. We're in some crazy tower. We have a new party member and none of our old party members, and everything's all fucked to hell. Classic tales. Okay, I'm gonna take a short few-minute break. I'll be back pretty soon. I urge you to do a little bit of self-care for yourself during these moments, if you have the time. If you want to get yourself a drink or a snack or get a stretch in, whatever you need, and I will talk to you very soon. Hello, hello. Sorry that took a few extra moments than usual. I forgot that I had a little bit of laundry to switch into the dryer, so I took care of that while I was on my break. Move this back down here since that cutscene's over. Hey Zan, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing all right, or as good as can be expected, considering everything that's been going on today. It's good to see you. Just got back after a break. Ooh, yes, excellent timing. What a day it's been? Yeah. That is an ethnic statement. Happy to be in a cozy space with y'all. Oh, thank you. We are very happy to have you here.
It looks like we can't go any higher, and we can't go outside either. What's the matter?
My spear is gone.
Things might be difficult without a weapon.
And does Yuri have a weapon right now? He probably doesn't.
What the? Is the sorcerer's ring broken?
Your chat got silly today, unlocked the last 2 emotes, so you'll be working on that while listening to stream. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Zan. It's awesome.
Did the air here do this?
I still need
You're more
to brainstorm
fashion-conscious
some
than I
ideas
thought.
for my emote slots. I've got several unused ones that have been opened up, but I still haven't come up with anything that I want to put in them yet.
This isn't fashion.
Well, I mean, I have some tentative ideas, but I haven't come up with enough that I wanted to actually start like creating yet. Yeah, excited to see what new ones I get. Me too.
Go like this, and
yeah. One of these days, I'll just force myself to sit down and spend the whole day brainstorming and then hopefully making them. Maybe do that.
it's powered up.
Maybe tomorrow, actually.
I'll bet you could move other levers with that too.
You think it's okay? I'm afraid it might blow up or something.
If it happens, it happens. For now, let's pull that lever over there.
If something this tiny exploded, I guess it wouldn't be too dangerous.
I mean, it's on your hand, though. I don't know if that's the right mentality. It's fine if it's a small explosion, even though I'm wearing it on my finger.
Was that fancy ring a present from someone?
I guess you could call it a present.
Sort of.
Well, looks like you're quite the ladies' man.
No. I'm just a big sucker.
Oh? It's amazing enough the ring holds power, but it even reacts to air and becomes stronger. You must have a very strong bond with the girl who gave that to you.
And that's one bond I wouldn't mind breaking.
What's a little hand maiming between friends? Oh, well, I mean, whatever you're into, right? I'll have to be careful if you ever suggest hand stuff in the future. What was I supposed to do? Sure, he just throws up a question mark. I'm like, what? One of these levers, maybe? No, he just doesn't react to that at all. What's out this door?
Okay, this is my weapon.
Okay, we got some weapons back. Perfect.
Can't find yours?
Someone might have just took it.
Maybe. Why don't you just pick one here?
Right.
Was that something special for you?
Yes, it was. Well, this should do for a while. I'll take this.
We'll have to track it down then.
Are you fine with that?
I don't think I will find my weapon here. I'll look for it as I go on.
I'll try looking for it too.
Thank you.
Judith obtained a spear. Like, does it have a name or is it just okay? It's a war pike. Obtained a spear. Okay, and she came with the best gear available for these things. Do we have an accessory I want to put on her? I should actually probably heal Yuri. Wait, does she have heal skills? I don't even remember what Judith can do. No, Judith is very DPS heavy. That's right. I have to be careful here without a healer. Now there's another way to go over here. Walk from the outside, okay, perfect. And who's that? Oh, this is one of the people who escaped with us, right? Thanks a lot, you even got my stuff back. Want to buy something? Thanks for breaking me out of prison while we're still all trapped in this tower together. You want to peruse my goods? Oh, it's doing that thing again where it, there we go. I mean, I haven't learned any new recipes, so it's highly unlikely. What's this? Oh no, I can't. I can't craft these yet. That's fine. Spike collar? He just learned those 3 things, so he must have that already. I think Estelle has one of those too. Okay, so this stuff doesn't seem like it's anything new that we haven't had access to before. What was that? Okay, make it. Okay. Nothing to synthesize. What will you sell us though? Oh, just. Okay, this makes sense actually that it would give us a merchant that sells healing items because we don't have a healer with us right now. And I'll buy 10 apple gels, I guess. And full lemon gels too, just in case. You always have to be in the spirit to sell. Come back again. I mean, I admire the hustle, I guess. We can go back in this room. Is there anything in here? A save point. And a body that we can... The guard is knocked out. He won't wake up anytime soon. Okay. Dope. This one didn't do anything though, right? We tried it before and it... Yeah, okay. I don't think I want to go up there yet though. Let's see what's... Ooh, there's chests back here. Lounge gel. Life bottle, okay. Sounds good. Oh, there's a door back here. Almost missed that back there in the corner like that. Specific. Magic lens, cannot carry any more, times 3. How many do I have? So I could take 2 of them. Yeah, I don't mind ditching 1. I probably actually should have gone back and saved, so on the off chance I die, I wouldn't have to collect all those items again, but
You're pretty strong. Can you use an overlimit by any chance?
I can.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, then try this.
Huh? What's this?
The Limit Duo. Your battle spirit can allow you to use even more powerful overlimits.
Oh yeah?
If your battle spirit is the real thing, that is.
Tales always feels like it spends like a good quarter or third of the game at least just like gradually introducing new fighting mechanics. Like you think you've unlocked everything and then it's like, oh, by the way, you can also do this.
So what else can you tell me about these strong overlimits?
You can produce more power when attacking alone.
Is that so? I still don't quite get it.
Really? Maybe you'll pick it up as you use them in battle.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's get moving then.
Limit Duo. Look into the orb to receive its powers. It enhances overlimit. Yeah, okay. I just want to read the new page in the battle book. Yeah, I still don't know how you feel about it. I get that. Like, you like it, but at the same time, I think it's just because I got so accustomed and it's hard to incorporate a new thing. Sure, like you learn how you like to fight and then it adds in this new thing and it's like, well, how am I supposed to get used to doing that? I mean, there's a lot of different things to do, too. Where is it? Overlimit level 2. Okay, it unlocks our second level of the gauge. That's good. I'm pretty sure the gauge goes up to like 9 or 10, so we have a lot of stuff left to unlock still, probably. When 2 characters go into overlimit at the same time, both characters can gain the effect of the other's skill symbol on top of their own, for instance. Oh yeah, this stuff. For one, the skill symbol reflecting the other string, both characters' attack power and speed will increase when they go. Yeah. Where's There's nothing here about that duo thing she mentioned. Or was that just her way of talking about level 2? Okay, use right to use 1 bar of the gauge, use up, down, left to use 2 bars of the gauge at once. Right. Okay. Gotta get your Switch to say bye to Chester. Oh, true, yes. Today's Chester's last day. You go upstairs, you'll probably just stay up there. I mean, that's fair. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, these are fights. I figured they were, but
Could you be any weaker?
I guess I'll go easy on them. Have an idea.
Like this? Here. Like this? Like this?
Is that the best you can do? Ooh, nice moves.
How did I jump like that?
You want revenge? Bring it!
This power will make me stronger.
I mean, I know it can jump in fights, but that seemed like it was particularly high. What's this gonna do? Aim properly? No? Hello? My face... This one doesn't do anything? Okay. Alright. Anything in these chests? No, nothing back here. There's a chest here. Battlesuit, I believe that's an upgrade for Yuri. Nice. What's this thing?
Let's get this over with.
Take this! Azure Wolf!
Ow. Yeah, Yuri's almost dead. That's A little alarming. Let's use a, nope, not that. Walk right into that. Shoot. What?
Time to run.
Great, okay. We're gonna lose? She probably doesn't have item thrower. Okay, well, that's the game over.
And they were never heard from again.
Never heard from again. I knew I should have gone back and saved after collecting all those items. And we're not too far back. It's not that much to do. Something else in this room, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we lower the thing. Now quickly save since those fights are kind of difficult. Now, if I really wanted to be careful,
You're pretty.
oh, we have to have
Sure,
this
yeah.
conversation
Okay.
again. I was saying for me to, yeah, I can skip it since we just listened to that.
Here we go.
Like this. Like this.
I have an idea.
Here.
I have an idea.
I gotta try and keep. Yeah, easy win.
Getting go mod, y'all be safe, much love. Okay, Tetris, thank you so much for hanging out for a little while. I appreciate you being here. Have a good night, and just, I hope modding goes well. I hope there's not no troublemakers or anything, and that when you finally call it a night, that you get some good rest. See you again.
This power will make me stronger.
Now, if I really wanted to be careful, I could go and save it, go like run back down it, save between every fight. Excuse me. But I don't think that's necessary.
This'll make good practice.
Don't get careless.
Is that it?
Just like this.
Is that the best you can do?
Shoot, I gotta take out that caster back here.
Like this.
There we go.
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
Oh, we got some milk. Crescent Axe, is that better for Yuri? It is. Oh, what does Reflect do? Inflicts a certain amount of damage back from an attack. That's actually just really nice when we don't have a healer. What's in this door? Anything? Shoot. Was I not supposed to come out here yet? Oh, hey, it's Raven. Oh, and read it. And it's still. Oh, so we're gonna get a healer back. Hopefully, I can just go back into that door now and redo that fight that wrecked me when I have a full party.
Looks like you guys have things under control.
Yuri!
Hey, what gives? Come on, lay off, will you?
That was really cute. As you just like pats him to.
Are you okay? Were you hurt?
Never been better. You worry too much. I thought I told you all to stay put for a while.
Where's Rapide?
What do you expect? We were worried about you.
Hey, just for the record, I wasn't worrying about him.
Rita
Well, I
motioned like she was
worried
gonna hit
sick.
Carol, and then she didn't hit Carol.
Yeah, right.
Is that
Why
some
would you
growth?
bother coming all the way out here anyway?
It's like this, see? The Don's having a fit, saying there's no way he'll let Barbos make a fool out of him, but I'm the one he sends to do his dirty work.
What do you think you guys are doing coming in this way?
Well, the front door was locked.
That's not...
And who might this lovely Critian be? Is she a princess?
Damn it, Raven, can you not?
Laying it on a little thick there, old man.
This is Judith, and we were locked up together.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Carol.
I'm Estelise.
But we all call her Estelle.
Rita Mordio.
And I am the great...
Old man.
It's Raven. R-A-V-E-N. Raven!
You have to wonder about people who introduce themselves like that.
That didn't quite have the zing I was looking for.
I think that'll do for now.
What an interesting bunch of people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can
I
say
think
that.
she likes me.
Idiot.
Judith, what were you doing in a place like this?
I came to have a look at the Blastia.
All the way out here? Why?
She was captured while she was on a sort of research trip.
Yeah, the Kritia do like their research.
What's that supposed to mean?
Were you able to locate your Aqua Blastia?
Nope, not this time either.
I wonder if it's somewhere here in this tower.
Oh, hey, Flynn's here too.
Are you all right?
Flynn? What's a lieutenant doing here all alone?
We're short on manpower. Besides, I had no idea how dangerous it would be.
Is everything going okay?
The Don told everyone the truth, so things have calmed down. There's no longer any worry of conflict. My people have secured Rago's subordinates, and the Union has neutralized the town's mercenaries. All that's left is Barbos. Your Highness, it's terribly dangerous, so please stay here with Yuri and the others.
It's far too dangerous for you to go all alone. We're going with you.
No, I cannot permit that.
Hold up. We've got a bit of history with Barbos, so we're not about to throw in the towel after coming this far. Besides, I'm pretty sure Estelle's just gonna go after you anyway.
Yuri.
Very well. Then we'll go together. There isn't much time, and it should be safer this way.
Everything settled? Then let's go.
What is it, old man?
Nothing. Just thinking how you could really brag to your friends if you lived in a place like this.
Repeat, come on. I guess you too, old man.
Okay, so Repeat is there.
You guess? What's that supposed to mean? Aren't you a little old for hide and seek? What's wrong with poking your head out every once in a while?
Oh.
These kids are really giving it a go. They could use your help every now and again.
If such a necessity arises, I shall interfere. No such necessity exists now.
All right. I know you've got your own business to take care of.
I do not have the time for these clowning antics of yours.
Geez, watch where you're pointing words like that.
The affairs of this world hold no interest for me.
Raven knows everybody. Flynn earned the Best Buddy title. Flynn joined the party. Oh shit.
What's up, Yuri? Is something wrong with your weapon?
No, I was just thinking about how different axes and swords feel to use.
Ah, you use both swords and axes, don't you?
Yeah, but my arts change depending on which I use. It's not a problem or anything, but...
Well, I think you look cooler when you're using axes, Yuri. It makes you look stronger, too.
Really? I prefer Yuri when he's using swords myself.
You should just use one in each hand.
Give me a break.
Okay. Several different ways to go. What do I want for the party here? Look at all these options I have now. Got a full 8 members. Give me a break. But maybe, just maybe. Alright, y'all, gonna head out for the night. Try and rest your weary mind. Thanks for the stream. Oh, you're welcome, Asher. Thank you for coming in and hanging out for a little while. I really appreciate it. It's always nice having you here. And I hope you are able to get some rest for your mind. Get a good night's sleep. See you again. I think those 4 that they put in there are probably the ones I want to use. These 2 are brand new, so like I'd like to see what they can do. Speaking of, I already looked at your arts. What do you have? Oh yeah, Flynn has first aid. I forgot about that. Very paladin-esque. I assume the gear they gave them is... He's got a number of things he could learn though, because he uses swords as well. Okay, can you go back inside and do that fight that was so hard earlier? Oh, everybody in here respawned? Well, that's... thing. It's not a big deal though.
This looks easy.
I guess I'll go easy on them.
Jeez, Finn's going for it.
The sign of victory!
Okay.
Yay!
Good job.
I've unlocked new strength.
Where does this go? Just a little side room with a chest, probably? Hopefully. Their coat. Somebody needed that. I think that was better for Judith. Yes.
Ooh, they look scary.
Was it just 3 of the wyvern-looking things this time? None of no golem? There we go. I got it on time that time.
You think we might cut down on the battles a bit? This old man can't take it for much longer.
Really? We haven't been fighting any more than usual.
Yeah, but keeping up with your youthful pace is killing me.
Perhaps we should go with the pace of someone older and slower?
Who are you calling older and slower?
Don't worry, you're still young and full of life.
Ah, yes. I'm glad you understand me at least, Judith, honey.
He was the one who called himself an old man.
Cut him some slack, Carol. People his age get sensitive about these things.
What was in this again? Oh yeah, the battle suit for Yuri. Okay, and this one's blocked off. There's these two again. I can just go back outside. Okay. Wait, there was a, Did I try to shoot this mechanism? I think I was trying to and then I got in a fight.
Let's get this over with.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
I can't believe I made that kind of mistake. I should have moved right then. Damn it!
Somebody shut this old man up.
What mistake did you make?
Oh, you sweet girl. Thank you for listening. If I'd just met that Critian hottie before Yuri, the two of us would be off together.
Damn it, Rita.
Whoa! Go easy on him, Rita!
You got a problem?
I guess the old man couldn't care less about me.
Well, I'm glad you weren't hurt, Yuri.
Thanks.
Okay, this doesn't do anything. So this way there's a ladder down and a ladder up. And then this way there's a path, which is another ladder down and a ladder up. After the cutscene we had out here earlier though, everyone headed to the right, so I'm gonna go left first. Just because I'm assuming that means right is the proper way to go. Okay, both those lead to the same spot. I wonder if both up ladders lead to the same spot too. Would this just leave the area? It's gonna let us? What the hell? Oh, okay. We saw this tower actually from afar before. It was surrounded in like a storm. Should make sense because we destroyed the weather controlling blaster when we arrived.
Is he also a member of your party?
Yeah, he doesn't get along too well with people though. Don't let it get to you.
I'm Judith. Nice to meet you.
Hey, why is he letting Judith pet him?
Maybe the little pup's a fan of pretty girls.
But I'm a pretty girl too!
My.
Why doesn't he like me?
Okay, yeah, and so both ladders go up here. This one comes to a chest, though. A rivet belt. Speaking of Rita. Okay, you're still working on that. Repeat. Repeat's a bit of a finicky doggo. He doesn't like to be pet without his explicit permission.
Don't hurt us now.
I got a little worked up.
The gear's stopped. It looks like it's not moving because the gear's teeth are out of alignment. I think it might move if we put some energy into it.
Well, we needn't waste energy on moving strange gears.
He's like, let's hold off there. We don't know what those do. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Flynn, didn't you come here with Sodia?
I did. Sodia and the others are busy arresting and taking Rago away, so I'm on my own.
Should a lieutenant lead his subordinates when they have a duty like that?
Well, it's very much in Flynn's style.
Barbos rules based on the laws of the Empire. It is the Knight's duty to arrest those who break the law. I can't leave you and the others to do as you would, Yuri.
You need an excuse to do everything, don't you?
And that's what it means to be an Imperial Knight.
So you use a spear too?
Oh, do you know someone who also uses a spear?
Well, not quite. It just reminds me of some jerk.
Are you talking about that dragon rider?
Yeah. Hey, don't you have something you need to tell me?
What? Me?
Yes. So where is the dragon freak now?
We got separated up on the roof. I'm pretty sure he wasn't too badly hurt.
Good, because I can't very well beat him up if he's already injured.
Whoa, whoa! That's the whole reason you came here?
No! I also can't forgive this Barbos guy for what he did. Abusing Blastia like that. Has he no shame?
That's no reason to bring the princess along with you to a dangerous place like this. Flynn, why didn't you stop her?
My apologies. We must have missed each other in Dawngrest.
So that's why she panicked and chased after you?
It's not Rita or Flynn's fault. I decided to come here myself.
Yeah, you tell him, Estelle.
I couldn't let you go all by yourself. Besides, I can't watch bad people doing harm to others and simply let it happen.
I agree. Very well said.
Your Highness.
Captain Carroll, don't let me down. I'm counting on your skills.
Yes, of course! Come on, let's go take that jerk to school.
I'm sorry, but would you mind keeping your background to yourself? We've got someone who might kind of explode if she knew.
A little bit.
Sure, I understand. That'll be best for both of our interests.
Oops. Pause.
Need a gel or anything?
My thanks, but you needn't worry about me. Focus on your surroundings instead. You never know where a foe might be hiding.
Oh, yeah. I'll pay more attention.
Why so stiff?
It's kind of awkward, huh?
Flynn and Carol are perfectly at ease, though.
I'm not around nights all the time, so I get nervous.
Just think of me as someone watching your back.
All right, thanks.
Judy was nervous?
Okay, that doesn't do anything.
Gather round! Measure edge!
You want revenge? Bring it!
Oh, okay. What's this gonna teach you? Speed up Hunter's Fang. Nice. Take it. Gotta turn every strange gear we find. Who are you?
This should be some fine training.
Don't get careless.
It'll be 100 years before you...
Hey, I learned something.
New skills, eh? Okay, you're still working on that though, right? Is Rita... Rita can take a new weapon. It's the last one she has for now? Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't think I can activate that from down here. I have to go up to the next level.
Let's get this over with. You want revenge? Bring it!
This power will make me stronger.
Nice, okay.
There's still a lack of devotion.
You're as stiff as ever.
That's why you...
Such good friends.
That's one take, Estelle.
Your spear fighting is fluid and your footwork is amazing. I love watching you fight, Judith.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Aren't all Critians more of the nerdy, scholarly type? More indoors than outdoors people?
Yuri's anti-book comments aside, is it true that the Kritia don't fight in battles?
It seems most of us don't like fighting very much.
So you're an exception?
A weirdo among weirdos, then?
How strange. I've always thought it was normal to fight someone who was threatening you.
Yeah, true.
Really? Is that normal?
Sure, it's normal.
Totally normal.
I see.
Here we go.
Try and keep up bad.
The sign of victory.
Okay.
Yay!
Good job.
yeah, I want that chest.
Sorry if I hurt you.
That's not what I meant to do.
I got a little worked up.
Orange gel, I will take it. What is that?
Don't get sloppy.
Alright, who's next?
That will suffice.
Is this the Wonder Chef? How do I get to here?
The bottom of the tower looked ancient, but the top is new.
It would seem someone built it onto a structure that was already here.
I had no idea there were any towers in this area. I wonder when it was built.
Well, judging by how new the top looks, I'd say it was pretty recent.
Do you think Barbos built it?
The Blood Alliance is one of the bigger guilds, but even they couldn't build something like this.
Rigaud. He must have been putting up the funds.
Hey, yeah, that would make sense.
We still ain't any closer to figuring out why they built something like this, though.
There must be a way to bring this gate down somehow. Can't shoot past it yet. Can I shoot? No? It's not gonna work. I gotta go up first and then bring that gate down somehow and then come back down. Oh, blue dragon, what's that? Nice. Can Flynn also equip that? No, that's he can only do these kinds of swords, okay.
Guess we can do this.
Azure Edge! Find energy!
Holy power! First aid! First aid!
Energy fill me!
Holy power! First aid! Power hammer! Holy power, come to me! First aid!
You want revenge? Bring it!
Okay, what does that do? Extend some stairs up there, okay.
Don't hurt us now.
I'm missing all of these.
Yes, take a nice long nap.
One sec, just gotta quickly... Back. Wizard horn. For Estelle? Interesting. medical boost do? Strength of cure spell proportional to remaining HP. Strength increased by 1.5 times with max HP. Interesting. Over there I can shoot.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Gotta go after the caster.
I got a little worked up. I feel power running.
Nice. Okay, what'll this bring down those gates maybe? Nope, that starts. Oh, but it does bring down the gates. Okay. So the gates come down whenever we get the air that high. I gotcha. Need to get into bed, love. Twitch has been really gross on your phone, so you don't know if I'll be back, but thank so much. Okay. I love you too, love. I hope it works out for you, but if it doesn't, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Have a good night. Well, I mean, I'll be talking to you, of course, but I love you. Also, the Wonder Chef's just randomly here in the tower. We learned to make a salad. Can I not? Oh, right, there was a gate here. Now I can start this. That sends up even further, which should bring down that gate. So that I can access those gears. Okay. It's all coming together. I don't know if that was really necessary. Hit this gear to extend the ramp to hit the gear right beside it, like... Probably a little overkill, but it's alright. Alright, back up here, we already cleared this floor, so now we're up to this floor.
It looks like this floor is set up the same way as the one below.
So that means we've got some gears to move.
What do you think they're protecting with all these different layers of devices?
Maybe it's just their pride as a guild.
Okay, wait, so we gotta activate this one. I'll just extend that so we can hit this one over here, okay? If you want to reuse that mechanic, I'll allow it. And the stairs come down.
Let's work together. Holy power.
Ooh, nice moves.
Nice.
We finished them off.
I finished. Hey, I learned something.
I think that was the last thing he needed to learn. So now he can equip that new weapon. Perfect. Is there any reason to come over here?
We have a great opening now. Our strategy worked.
worked! Holy power, come to me!
There's still a lack of devotion.
You're as stiff as ever.
That's why you...
Speaking of weapons, how's Flynn doing? Okay, still working on those. Might as well just check everybody. You don't have anything else, do you, Carol? No. Holy. Nice. I can't hit that from down here, can I? No, I gotta be higher. Okay. Okay.
Sorry if I hurt you.
As your reach! As your reach!
Sorry for being so strong.
I've unlocked new strength.
And I just checked you, and now you're gonna finish? Oh wait, you didn't finish those. Oh, you finished something from there. Okay. That's a completely different story. Okay, so that needs to get extended out so we can... Ah. I can't hit that from there, because that needs to get extended. Let's go up further.
Together now! As your reach!
Oh, that's...
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
Oh, so you knocked that down and it... Okay, cool. So then I will get that, it'll extend that other one. Gotcha. Oh, it brings that down. Okay. Extra step, but it's gonna result in what I thought, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Okay, that was up above us. So is that now... We got a couple of things down there, we got a couple of things on this level. So that's everything we can do on this level, we gotta move up. So I haven't extended that yet. Gotta take this bird out.
This looks easy. I guess I'll go easy on them. Pierce Twister! Crescent Moon! Holy power, come to me! First aid!
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
In one moment, I just need to check that message that just came in. Okay. So I can shoot this now, right? Extends that. What was the point of... I didn't need to walk out here to get that, so what was the point of this being extended? Oh well. Still haven't extended that one. Spy camera, that's... nice pickup.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't get cocky.
Distraction!
Wonderful!
Yes, take a nice long nap.
Go here, reactivate this one, which should extend the thing directly below us, yeah. And the way forward is open. Oh, we got a save point.
Here we go.
It'll be 100 years before you can beat me.
Some level ups, excellent. What are in these chests here?
There are so many. This is fun.
Come forth, sacred spirits!
Sorry for being so strong.
Easy peasy. What do we got in these chests? Ooh, new thing for Raven. Lemon gel? We don't, Oh, XP share. I love XP share. And item thrower is actually really nice to have too. Okay, let's save. Is it a boss fight up next? Or is this just a save? Depending on whether it looks like there's a fight, might, Or is this going to continue? Let's see what's in this chest. Ooh, a halberd. She's still working on the war pike, that's fine. I don't remember how much more this dungeon is left, and I'm getting, starting to fade and get a little tired, so I think this might be a good place, actually, at this save point to call it for the evening. I know this is not as long as or as late as I usually go, but, it's been kind of a long day. I think we'll hop over here for the moment. I love you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank everyone for being here. I really appreciate people coming in and hanging out. It was good. I feel like we made, despite it being a little bit of a shorter stream, we made a lot of progress. Right, because at the start we had just come back from the woods and we needed to go talk to the Dawn, and we did that whole, like, I guess we didn't quite do the whole arc. This tower is sort of going to be the culmination of that arc, but we did a good chunk of that arc, right? And it feels like we got decently far. What actually, what level are my characters now? That's a good question too. Yeah, 27s, 26s across the board. So everybody got like a couple, I think. Getting there. Getting there. I saved, right? I know I did, but I'm doing it again anyway. Okay. Let's go take a gander at Twitch. Gotta always triple check the save? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the worst to forget to save, and then you exit, and then when you load back in next time you're not where you thought you were. Now, since we're ending a little earlier, we should potentially be able to maybe get a raid in on one of the or someone that usually is ending when we're or end when we end as well. There's a lot of times we'll go to set up a raid and then realize that they're winding down too. If we can, I just gotta again make sure that she's going for a little while longer. Okay, it doesn't seem like any intention of finishing soon. We're gonna go hang out with Ash. Ash versus the World. Recently, Wixlife. Some of you may know her as that. She's rebranded now as Ash versus the World, and we're gonna go say hello there because she is fantastic. Oh, thank you for being here, Zan. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy being here. That means a lot to me. You can't come up with anything good? It's okay. We have a second here since we're ending earlier than usual. We can brainstorm something up. She's playing Outer Wilds, which I don't know a whole lot about. It's spacey. What about just something along the lines of like, Twitch will let me put my emote here. Oh, what's that suggestion? I wish I could. Okay, Twitch, close my emote thing so I can look what's in chat. Well, I get lost in space when we can get lost in your eyes. Fantastic. See, you said you didn't have anything, and just bam, right off the top of the head. That's phenomenal. I might need to, not immediately, but sometime soon restart my computer because my OBS seems to be bogging down a little bit. Stuff's not reacting right when I click it or type it. Oh, I just talked about the rebrand, and here I am typing the previous name to raid. Let me quickly check where the capitals and stuff here are. Ash versus the world. Okay. Are both letters in versus capitalized or just one? Just one. Okay. I got it. We figured it out. We got there. Yeah, I got it. I managed it. Thank you, though. Maybe after stream before bed? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Proud of me? Thank you. It was a bit of a long path, but I managed to get it typed. Okay, but yeah, this was fun. I mean, I always love Vesperia, but we made some good progress. Should be starting off next stream with an exciting boss fight. Or, well, probably, from when we stepped up, it looked like it was going to be a little bit more of some puzzle levels, but we'll be finishing this tower dungeon and then doing a boss fight. Maybe after stream before bed? It feels like you're trying to turn it into a bit of a command, but, like, you're still starting it with maybe. So, you're going to need to be more direct with me. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for coming in and hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you next time. I love you all, and take care of yourselves. There's a lot of rough stuff going on today, and probably into the near future. So be safe out there. I love you. Goodbye.